Late night.
He's been on Comedy Central, Conan, Last Comic Standing, Colbert, the Funny Bone stage.
Yeah, now the Funny Bone stage. He also has a Twitter account that may be my new favorite that I follow. It's been cracking me up.
Yeah, he's got a great Twitter feed. Joining us on the couch, Mark Norman. Good to see you, Mark.
Hey, thanks for having me. Good to be here.
So you do the rounds on late night TV shows. You did Conan 5 times?
5 times, yeah. The last one was Wednesday.
Oh, were you on Wednesday?
Just on Wednesday, and then I flew here.
Conan's one of my favorites, but he's on the other network now, so I can't flip that high in the dial sometimes. I just forget about it. So you were on this week.
Yeah, I was on this week, and Conan's the best because I've done Fallon and Colbert, and that's network. That's CBS and NBC. This is TBS cable, so you can really cut
get away
loose.
with more?
I did a Muslim joke. I did a Native American joke. I really went after it.
Yeah, you can't do that on the
No.
primetime TV. Well, let's talk about how you got started. 8 years ago, you opened for Amy Schumer, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about your friendship.
And that kept going.
Yeah. Weird story. I was doing a comedy club. I was green. I was wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, horrible comedian. And I was bombing, but one joke worked. And during that one joke, she happened to walk through. And she heard that one joke. She's like, oh, this guy's funny. And even though I was bombing the whole other
So the whole
set.
thing wasn't very good?
Yeah,
That
but one joke. And then she came in the green room. She was like, hey, I'm Amy. And I didn't know who she was. And no one else did either. And they were like, hey, she's like, you should open for me. And I was like, sure. And that was it.
And you're friends. I mean, you guys are pretty close,
yeah,
correct?
we're buds, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So what's that? So 7 years with Amy on the road. Louis C.K. you also toured with him?
I used to open for Louis too, yeah.
Yeah,
Over his Netflix special. Fun fact.
Putting that out there.
Yeah.
Well, what was that like touring with Amy though?
Oh man, it was great because I watched her go from 25 people at the Schaumburg Improv outside of Illinois, and then I watched her do the Charlie Sheen roast. Then she got her own TV show. Then she got the movie Trainwreck, and then Madison Square Garden.
Isn't it amazing how fast that can happen?
Insane.
Yeah, she flew, yeah.
Insane. No one. I mean, it was such a whirlwind. Like before we know it, we're in the back of a Delta flight. Then before I know it, we're on a private jet.
Right.
Crazy.
Wow, private jet.
Yeah,
We could use one of those. We're about at that level, right?
Well, you got some mean barbecue I saw.
Yeah, hog
Hey,
wild
do you want some ribs? They're so
I do.
good.
I was hoping you'd offer.
Yes.
Jesus.
You could have just had some, but yeah, we'll get you some of those.
Woo.
Now, Funny Bone this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been to Omaha before?
Just with Amy when we flew in, flew out. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
really
okay.
going to soak it up. I want to eat some meat and see Warren Buffett and, not see any Jews.
Colleen,
Just go to Warren's house? Just go knock on the door?
Colleen, has
Yes.
Warren been out to the Funny Bone? Colleen? Warren Buffett? Is he?
Yeah,
will for
Yeah, we're
Mark.
getting him
He's
there.
coming.
He will. He's coming. He's going to be there this
definitely
weekend.
watching.
Big fan of
so,
mine.
yeah.
We were talking about your Twitter feed.
Yeah.
How do you come up with your Twitter site? Are you just sitting around?
Just
laying
sitting on
in
the
bed,
toilet,
right,
something
sitting
pops
on the
in,
toilet?
you write it down.
You know what I like about it is you're saying things that everybody else thinks.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I could
great.
relate to it. My favorite, I really
there's
liked
Conan.
the kickball comment.
Oh,
Something about
yeah.
when you're younger. What was it?
It
Dating.
was, kickball leagues are the original sad way to meet people before online dating.
yeah,
Something
because
like that.
it's true. I have one of my best friends met her husband playing kickball, and I know
Oh.
a couple other couples from playing kickball,
Oh,
so I
there
find
you
that
go.
hilarious.
Twitter's great because comics think of all these funny things and they don't always work on stage.
Yeah.
But you can just put them out there in the world, and I have like 40,000 followers, so somebody will get it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got all of them. I thought it was pretty
Oh.
funny, so
Well, thanks.
I'm
Jeez.
following you.
But sometimes when you put stuff out there, you got to deal with the reaction from fans that maybe don't take it as well, maybe negatively. 'Cause,
Sure.
as a comic, you try different stuff. So how do you
Yeah.
deal with those online trolls?
I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
I favorite it and I move on. I don't
You like
care.
it.
The only way to give those idiots power is to, go, oh, I'm sorry, and apologize. Just go, screw you and get a life.
So
I'm trying to watch my language here.
I know.
No, that's okay.
9
No,
a.m. television.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the kids watching. Summer's out. You got
Oh,
some kids.
yeah, kids,
Yeah.
stay in school. Don't do crack.
Good message,
Yes.
everyone. Yes.
We're learning things
Now, I
today.
want to hear a little bit more about how you got started. You're from New Orleans.
Yes.
Correct?
From New Orleans,
Not
born and
much
raised.
of a comedy town.
No.
So tell us, how'd you get to New York?
Always loved comedy. Always was a fan as a kid, but there's no outlet in New Orleans. You can get up at a bar maybe at a karaoke night or something. So my friend said, I'm going to move to New York, and I said, I'll go with you. And it was a horrible I moved to New York with $400. I got mugged 3 times in a year. Landlord died of AIDS, and I got bed bugs.
Like,
First
for
year.
real?
True? That's
For
all
real?
true?
Yeah, all true.
How'd you get mugged? I mean, what happened? You got mugged 3 times?
Well, I was a pretty big booze bag,
Right.
and I would come home drunk. I was the one white guy coming home in the rough neighborhood, and I was a sitting duck.
Yeah.
I was thinking after the second time, can come to the conclusion that's probably something you're doing wrong.
Yeah, it was
Quit-
all my fault.
Yeah.
Quit
maybe-
stumbling home drunk
Right.
at 2 a.m.
Yeah, if no one had mugged me, I'd been like, guys, you're missing out here. Like, I was that easy to mug. I would
Yeah.
fall asleep on the train. I woke up on the train once, a guy had his hand in my pocket.
Are you serious?
Yeah. long way
Why
from-
didn't we
from
start with
Omaha.
these stories at the
Yeah.
beginning of the
You have any
segment,
more?
Mark?
I got a million.
What else
I'll
do you
hang
got
out.
from New York?
We'll bump the produce guy. I'll hang.
Well, while we take a look at Mark
Here
Norman's
we
going to be at the
go.
Funny Bone tonight. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. In the meantime, before he does that, he's going to be eating some ribs from
They're
Hog Wild
so
Barbecue.
good.
This is vegan, right?
Absolutely,
All right,
100%. That's all we
great.
carry.
Oh, baby doll.
Well, baby doll, baby back ribs. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
Good?
so good.
They're good, aren't they?
Very good.
Yes.
Mark,
Eat
thanks
'em
for
up.
coming, buddy. Have a good
Thank
time in
you.
Omaha.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. So